What's going on, you slags? This is Disco Biscuits, this is Titanfall, and I got fucking man flu. It is driving me fucking insane. It took a while to get uploaded, but every spare bit of time I've had, I've been playing the game. I'm hooked. I can't fucking put the controller down in a minute. The game is fucking ding dong. My hard drive's packed with footage. It's packed. So I picked one at random. I'm just going to do a bit of a commentary just to let you know how I'm getting on with it. Game and the way it feels is phenomenal. It looks amazing, the movement feels smooth, the maps play well. There ain't a map that I don't like. Don't get me wrong, there's maps I prefer to play, but I don't dislike any map. The guns are reasonably balanced. The carbine is the best, but as a whole the guns are balanced. You can pick up a gun, you can use it. It may take you a couple of games to get used to it, but I find that every gun works to a standard that's acceptable pretty much. The Titans can be killed. They're not overpowered in my opinion. You can take them down quickly if you know what you're doing. They can be very, very, very effective if you know how to use one. The campaign's a bit lackluster, to say the least. It seems like it was a bit of an afterthought, to be honest. It's basically multiplayer with a bit of talking at the beginning and the end of the match. That's about it. It sums up the campaign pretty much. I said this before anyway. I don't really care for campaigns too much, so no love lost there. The fun and the feeling you get playing is amazing. I haven't had this much fun with a game in a long, long time. Don't get a feeling of rage sweep through me every time I die like Call of Duty gives me. I've had one rage quit the whole time I've been playing the game, and that was just because the connection was on his ass. It wasn't anything to do with the gameplay. There's a few things that I'm a bit perturbed about. One being that there's no leaderboards at all. For a game that's only a multiplayer game, that doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. I like leaderboards. I like to know what I'm doing and how I'm doing in comparison to other players. I want to know how my friends are doing. I want to know where I stand in the world. I just like leaderboards. It just makes sense to have them there. I don't know what they were thinking by not putting leaderboards in. Another thing is that if you're in a party, the players in your party don't appear a different colour on the minimap, which makes it very, very, very fucking frustrating when you're trying to communicate with your team. Might sound like a minor thing. Some of you might think, oh, well, that don't really matter, but that pisses me off. You need to know where your party members are. Definitely. Really fucking gets my goat, that does. The regeneration process I like. If you don't know what that is, it's like prestige in COD, but as well as hitting the top level, you have to do challenges each generation before you can continue on to the next one. I like that. It forces you to use different guns and do different challenges you wouldn't usually bother to use or try to get, which I like. I don't know what the lifespan of this game's going to be. As it stands at the minute, I love it. I will be buying the DLC, and I really hope that they patch leaderboards into the game at some point. I really do, and maybe some new game types just to spice it up when the current game types run a bit dry. Because I wouldn't say I'm getting tired of it yet, but I think I will grow tired of it, and I think that's just to the sheer amount of time I've put into it. I have played a lot of hours on it since it's come out, and I think you do that with any game really. When you grind that out as much as you can when it first comes out, and I think it does tend to fall off a little bit. But time will tell, and we'll see. It's nice to actually have a game for the Xbox One that I thoroughly enjoy. It feels like having an Xbox One now is worth it. I mean, Ghost is just, I think I'm using it as a coaster now, to be honest. But it feels nice to have an Xbox One and finally have a game that's made for the Xbox One that feels as good as it does. It makes buying an Xbox One feel worth it a lot more now. Don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed it ever since I bought it, from the day I bought it. But now it just feels good to have a game for it that's built for it. It does feel good, and the game does play amazing, feels amazing, and looks amazing, to be honest. I'm gonna wrap this commentary up because this cold is doing my fucking head in. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up because my throat's sore, pretty much. But yeah, you have a lovely day, you slags, and I hope you enjoy the gameplay.
All units, this is Tech 6. We are crushing the insurgents. The battle's almost over.
Be advised, your replacement Titan will be ready in 30 seconds. Be advised, your replacement Titan will be ready in 15 seconds.
19 and 1.
Your replacement Titan is ready for launch. Signal when ready.
Pilots, we've routed the militia. Hand them to their evac point. I'm still decoding the intercepted
Oh no,
transmission. If there are more terrorists out there, we'll find them soon enough. Vice Admiral Graves, I have
Right.
the enemy transmission.
Our team was
Let's
shit,
begin.
weren't they? No, our team was shit, weren't they? What about the way back? I swear, it's always been you at the top, but everyone else is shit.
Spyglass, open a channel.
Yes, sir. Channel open, Vice Admiral.
You should have stayed gone, McAllen.
Graves, you're still on the wrong side, aren't you?
We're soldiers, Mac. You're dreaming if you think you can sit it out.
I'm awake now, you son of a bitch.